Hey everybody, welcome back to my channel. I'm your host, Siren Frost, and today I got you guys another updated deck profile video for you guys. This is Dark State's Greedon. Sadly, it is not going to be the updated Divines version of Greedon because I don't have all the support for that one quite yet. This is going to be the one for Greedon Masques because I finally had the components and everything else needed to create this deck possibly and get it all updated for you guys. And I actually understand, like, this might not be a quite a big surprise except for maybe a few mechanics or maybe a few things here and there, but I'm sure it's not a bad idea to look back into it. So a little backstory for some of you guys. So a little story, nothing quite much there. Shinobu Kajita, I think his name is Kajita, I think. Don't quote me on that one, but Shinobu is that little arrogant, spoiled brat who thinks he's very super strong, yada 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 kind of shit. And the last time we saw him before Divines was that he was a uniformer, but not a complete uniformer, because the program I guess he's doing with, he doesn't like changing his deck. He doesn't like anything being changed, modified to, in a way, kind of thing. Basically being an arrogant brat. However, this deck might be the one that he used when he did gain the power of the Mask of Hydrogrum. That's just my 2 cents right there, my opinion. Most of this stuff I've been looking into is that it does use some of the promos, some of the older stuff, you know. So I guess his deck may not have been completely changed, but there are some cards in here that are kind of new to a certain degree. But I think the best thing we could do for this is Greedon is just let it be. He said so himself, and I think in season 3, when he told Donji that basically he likes his deck just the way he is and his fighting style. And then we saw him in Divines as a one-timer, fighting with Mazanori's new Faded One Taboo Zorga. Of course he lost, but he seemed like he's having a lot more fun again. I think he's starting to really just be a normal kid, growing up a little bit, maybe being a little fun. Except his reaction to Gabuelas, which is a plushie. Maybe he thought it was a demon. Oh well. He should talk, right? But there's not much to really tell about that. It's just, except his deck is pretty much updated from the Fate Clash collection. Unfortunately, I don't have all the cards for that, so I'm still in the process of getting that also updated. So you will be expecting me to see another update of Greedon without the Mask of Hydrogrum. Just put it all right there. But for right now, let's just get on with the video. So of course, we are using, of course, the right deck of 5, because we are now in the process of doing the DZ format kind of thing. So this is like an update to the deck itself. Speaking of which, let's go ahead and just take it out. We have Energy Generator. So that's essential now for any keycard deck possible, no matter how old or new the deck is. And of course we have Desert Devil Taida for our grade 0. We have Gouman for our grade 1. Boshokku for our grade 2. And of course we have the main guy himself, which is Avaricious the Mono Dragon Greedon. So he is an essential in the deck. I had a very hard time doing with this deck here because even though I promised myself to try and experiment each deck possible I do, sometimes Greedon and some other decks are just not quite my favorite, but I need to take more time practicing through their style. It's going to happen. And if you all want to know what sleeves I'm using the Team Daybreak sleeves, because I don't have the uniformers for that one, or I could have just used the dark sleeves pretty much, but I didn't have time for it. So I tried and I failed. Trigger lineup, I'm just going to go zoom right through this because we already know by now what my personal playstyle is about. So I'm using 4 copies of Steam Scara Mal-Nigal for our heals. We have Lively Bread Dragon for our critical. And also we have Steam Deviate Dragon for our other criticals, which is a soul effect. I chose to go with Lively Breath because we are having an Abyssal Dragon as our main Vanguard. So I try to correspond some of the theme to go with it. You know, I know Unica uses it. I know a lot of people want to use it, but I use it for... because our main grade 3 is an Abyss Dragon. That's all I gotta say. We also now we're using 3 fronts, which is Natalia. And we have Gallmageheld for over trigger because we do want to keep it as a classic type of deck because this is a set 3 ride line with some new stuff, still kind of getting more upgraded. So there's that, and yes, we're using the white versions of the Daybreak sleeves. I might change the deck a little bit more when I get the Divines collection, pretty much so. For grade 1s, we're not using too many grade 1s in here. I think not. So we're just going to zoom through because I think you all know which one's already in here. I'm using 4 copies of Desert Devil Incane. And here's a promo I was telling you guys about. One of them at least. This one is Desire Devil Heekou. Soul ability. When you're a grade 3 or greater Vanguard with Greedon and its card name attacks, bind one other Desert Devil Heekou from your soul face up and call this card to back row in the back row rear guard. So it just adds more like an extra power because you do need to have at least 4 more Desire Devils to activate Greedon's skill. So this is actually kind of perfect. Next, I also have 3 copies of the Desire Devil Xitto. When this unit is put from rear guard into your soul by your Vanguard's ability, choose a card from your drop and put it into your soul. Again, more soul, more better kind of thing. Here, let me just zoom this all right here. There, make it a little bit more better. And of course, we have 4 perfect guards, which is Recusal Hate Dragon. Because we gotta keep it very classic as always. The reason why I gave Donji the new complete guards is because of his friendship with Michiru. Yes. And between me and you, I think Michiru and Donji will make a cute couple, but that's just my saying. My opinion, of course. For grade 2, we're using the new one from the set 10 collection, which is Dragon Masquerade. This is the Desire Devil Fuujo. When this unit is put from rear guard into soul by the ability of your Vanguard with Greedon and its card name, choose one of your opponent's rear guards and retire it. And you may retire it. Okay, may. I chose to kill the thing anyways. Soul, when your Vanguard with Greedon in its card name attacks, bind this card. And until the end of that battle, when your opponent would call cards from their hand or Guardian Circle, they must call 2 or more at the same time. So that's a good card to actually have. And it doesn't require too much. Just bind this card, pretty much. So I actually like that one. So that's why, to me, it's a 4 of. The next one, of course, they're always classics here. But, yeah. The 4 one is Desire Devil Acratz. Just because of its skill. When this unit is put from rear guard into your soul by your Vanguard's ability, Counterblast 1, choose one of your Vanguards, and it gets 10,000 power into the end of the turn. So it adds more increasing power to Greedon and just gives them more of a feeding frenzy. Set 4, I think this is the card I used before, but we'll just try again. Desire Devil Kenen. When this unit is placed on rear guard during your main phase, Counterblast 1, look at the top card of your deck, and call it to rear guard. At the end of the turn, retire that called unit. Well, unfortunately, you won't be able to retire it because it's actually going to go into Greedon's belly, pretty much. So that's just how it is. So I know that this deck has not quite changed as much as last time, but you know, don't knock it until you try it. And I know that I was hoping to get all the cards for set 1 soon, but unfortunately they've been sold out like crazy because it's like set 1 Fade Clash has been serving out like hotcakes. That's the problem. For grade 3, of course, we are still playing 3 copies of Greedon just for personification ability. And of course, we are now introducing the new boss, and it's Shinobu's main ace if he did continue the program. Avaricious, Demon, Dragon King, Greedon Masques. I'm not going to read this full effect because why not? But here's this one. The number of cards in your damage zone for you to lose becomes 7 automatically. So, and here's its active skill. Remove a card of Greedon and a different card name from your hand, soul, or drop. Look at the top 7 cards of your deck. Choose up to 1 card with Desire Devil and its card name from among them. Reveal it and put it into your hand and shuffle the deck. Vanguard 1. At the end of battle, this unit attacked. If your soul has 3 or more cards with Desire Devil in their card names, put 3 stand rear guards into soul. Stand this unit and it gets plus 5,000 power into the turn. So, there's that. I think this is a better improvement, honestly, than the other Greedon. But you do need the Greedons for the cross ride to actually perform right. So, that's why I have 4. Because, believe it or not, you guys, I know this may seem like an inconvenience for some of you. But I do try to follow the cross ride line as much as I can. And that's okay. And of course, let's not forget this. I'm also using 3 copies of the Mask of Hydrogram just for a better chance of getting your mask units faster. And in case you want to just put it in the dumps and like discard it as a fodder for the ride deck, for ride line, kind of shit like that. For me, it's just a good contingency plan where, you know, if you already have a Mask of Hydrogram in your hand, perfect. If not, then you can use your other units in the meantime to get the ball rolling. It's good for probably late game, in my opinion, but to each their own, I suppose. But that is it for the updated deck profile video for you guys. I actually did enjoy making this for you. And it's not just for me personally, what am I saying? I'm just happy for the fact that I'm actually, you know, playing a deck that I thought was kind of fun. It's very entertaining, and it's kind of brand new. But this is the last deck I needed to, well, actually there's a few more, but, you know. DZ has been rushing like crazy, and I'm still like a little behind on some decks, but it's okay. We'll get them around, and we'll try to fix it eventually. The problem is well, money. Money is the problem. I think we're all just greedy assholes, so we can learn from Greedon. Anyways, you guys, thank you so much for watching this video, and if you guys like the content I do create on this channel, please subscribe, thumbs up, comment down below, and if you guys have any questions whatsoever on this deck, let me know, or you guys have any advice and opinions. Now, keep in mind, you guys, please, if you guys are going to do an opinion, please keep it as positive as you can. I like to accept criticism in my deck sometimes, but I don't want to hear people, like, trolling on me, saying, like, oh, this deck's very shitty, I'm a shitty host, I'm all this very shitty. Or if you're like Danny Dane, which I hope that kid just gets over himself, hopefully, one day. Don't be like Danny Dane. Don't be trash, don't be rude to other people, and don't make people feel like complete shit because they have a different opinion rather than your own. It's okay to have a different opinion. It's okay. But anyways, you guys, that is it for the video. I hope you guys have a great day, have a great week, stay warm, or not stay warm, stay cool out there, be safe out there, make good choices. If you're going to go outside in this hot weather, please, for the love of Christ, please wear some lot of sunscreen, because here in Utah, it's already getting, like, freaking hot. It's like in the 90s right now, and it's still hot as hell. So, just be safe out there, you guys, and I'll catch you guys next week. As always, I've been your host, Siren Frost, signing out.